Hello, I'm Philip Stoten for EMS Now. I'm in Munich and I'm at a press launch brought together by Aegis. And I'd like to introduce Karsten Schlüter, Jason Spera from Aegis, and Bill Nolting. Guys, thanks very much for joining me. Really exciting announcement. Delighted to have been invited over to hear about it. Jason, start by telling me what you've announced today and how the plan came together.
We're announcing today that Aegis has acquired diplan in Germany and diplan Asia, the two major operations of the diplan group. And we're very pleased because we're integrating their software technology into ours, and it brings to our manufacturing operations system an amazing, very highly developed technology for planning, scheduling, optimization, and warehouse and materials control. Yeah. So it's an amazing fit because we have no product overlap, and yet it's a technology that our customers need all over the world, and it fits right into our suite. So we're pretty excited about it. Yeah,
I mean, that was always kind of a gap in the suite, and it's amazingly lucky to find someone that kind of just operates there and doesn't compete in any of the other zones. Was that a surprise to you?
It was a bit of a surprise. Our product roadmap sort of went down these roads where they didn't overlap at all. But diplan is a company since 1988, so their planning and scheduling technologies are very highly evolved, and they're used all over the world, very large businesses. So it's a very sophisticated product line that does fit nicely into ours, because whereas they went down the routes of the scheduling and optimization, Aegis went down the routes more towards the MES, but now our MES solution requires that technology to fully operate the way our customers want, so it's a perfect fit.
Yeah, I was taken by that slide with the technology fit, but I was even more taken by the overlapping of the two maps, the regional fit you had. That's really lucky as well. I guess initially they were looking for German as a marketplace, but they kind of got China or Asia as well. You have a very strong footprint out there.
Yes, we already started in the end of the 90s in Singapore first, and then we went to China as well, because China now is the most growing market, still growing market. We have, part of our revenue is 35 to 40% now, and we are expecting more growth also in the next few years. So I think it matches very well together, that we also can use in future the original Aegis products in the Chinese market. Yeah. And I'm very optimistic for the future for the new bigger company.
Yeah. And the global footprint is really important from a point of view of supporting those global accounts. We're seeing more and more EMS companies that have a absolutely global footprint using you. What was the strategy behind a German company choosing to go into Asia as your kind of next market?
Yeah. First, I would like to say that we in the German market are typically confronted with the expectation of our customers to have a very high sophisticated solutions for the software. And what comes more and more is that beyond this sophisticated solution, the customers are also looking for an integrated MES solution. And since we do not have the capacity to have on our own build up an MES solution, I think it was a great success story to have Aegis on board, that we could now integrate our sophisticated part of our solution as a module inside of the entire MES system.
Okay, yeah, that makes lots of sense, doesn't it? And when you do come together, to me it's a really interesting acquisition, because you're bringing together two quite different business cultures as well as two different businesses. How's it been integrating German and American business? How's that whole thing felt? We'll just ask each of you one by one on that one.
I think at the beginning we had to learn a lot, both sides.
More than just language.
Not only the language, of course, but after more than 12 months of very detailed analysis, we figured out all the possibilities how we can join. Now we are very, very sure that this was the right step for diplan to come under the roof of Aegis. And as I already mentioned, I'm very optimistic for the future, because now we can offer a full portfolio of all the products, especially the electronics industry needs. And we will be very, very keen on integrating our existing software packages, and this is our strategy for the future, to serve our customers as we have done more than the last 20 years.
Yeah. And Jason, you've taken that 12 months, you've taken your time. It feels like you know each other really well already.
Yeah, it was actually really remarkable because culturally, even though we're German-American companies, we fit really well communication-wise together. Bill and Karsten founded their company together out of their backgrounds in optimization, mathematics, and so forth. And much like our co-founder John Walls and I came from manufacturing engineering. And the way that they run their company is very similar, so we worked well together right away, I think. And that was a big part of why we felt that this was guaranteed to work nicely. Yeah. So it's been really, it's been good. It's been a long road, but thorough and good.
Yeah. Absolutely. And William, from your point of view, I guess you know where you're going now. You've learned a lot about it.
Yes, and I think what was important for both, that also the American company wants to see or wants to receive a little bit more cultural input from the Germans, how they could be successful on the German market, because that has not been happening in the past. And I think this is part of our business, what we can bring into the new company, that we can show how you can make business in Germany.
Yeah, and you have the experience in Germany, you have the experience in Asia, you have the huge successful experience in North America. It all comes together. Last question to you, Jason, as kind of head of this whole enterprise. What next? What are we going to see out of this joint business in terms of products, markets? What do you expect?
Actually, a great deal. Coming up at Apex, we're going to be announcing not only the integration of the diplan technologies into our system, but an entirely new system release. It's actually the biggest one in our history, the product of many years of development. So we're quite proud of that, and we think that will be rather interesting to the market. There's nothing quite like it. So we'll be converging these entirely new product capabilities and then an entire new product around them at Apex. So that's really the big next step. And then, of course, an 11-month integration plan we have to make the two companies work as one for the benefit of our customers.
And then when you talked about that earlier on, you talked about doing it at Apex, but also at SMT in Nuremberg, and then NEPCON in Shanghai. So you really are leveraging that global footprint. Gentlemen, thank you very much for inviting us along today. Fantastic, fantastic news. Great to see the companies coming together, and looking forward to seeing how it all rolls out. Thanks very much for your time. Thank you. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
Will. Thank you.